Essence Fest, I want to talk to you with a man who's using his voice to improve our community. He's a singer, songwriter, rapper, and actor. The one and only Trey Songz is here.
Thank you.
He first started performing at Essence Fest back in 2010. He's released 5 highly successful albums and has also been acting in movies and TV. And he's held Get Out the Vote concerts for President Obama. And he's met with the president and discussed key issues affecting the African American community. And he killed them last night on stage. I must say this is a party with a purpose, but last night I went to see you, and my daughters was with me, and I got up and wanted to take my shirt off with you, but they said, no, be cool. All right.
You don't want to go.
I'm not going to do that.
No. You're going to take my shine if you do that. I can't allow that.
Glad to have you with us. How you doing, man?
Here. I'm doing great.
Tell me, one of the things that I never will forget is we were talking one day and you said, I don't want to just be another young, new superstar. I want to use my art to help change the world. And you've gone out there with the president. You've encouraged young people to do the right thing and vote. And yet you kept your edge in commercial music to be as hot as you are. What gave you that motive, Trey Songz?
Well, coming from where I come from, and so many of us come from, and having the opportunities I've been given, I think it's my duty to share that with the people that listen to my music, to give them the insight that I have on the world, and to give them hope that, this is not all life is. Whatever you're surrounded by doesn't have to be the only escape. For me, music was something that people told me I couldn't do. I'm from a small town, very small town, where most people don't leave. Most people don't graduate high school. Going to college is a feat, And for me, the people that listen to my music need someone that they look up to, someone that they relate to help them understand that life is about so much more than just whatever it is people tell you, or whatever it is you think you're supposed to do, or whatever it is you think you're supposed to be. This is a dream for me. I'm down in Essence Fest for 4 years straight, performing for 80,000 people. That's something I started in my high school auditorium. So if this is something that I could do, then whatever it is you put your mind to, you can do the same. I'm a living testament of that. And, as many times as I could tell people that, and if that affects one life, then I've done my job.
When I was growing up, we saw the Harry Belafontes and the James Browns involved, and you have become that for this generation, that kind of role model that's clean, involved, but yet you are what is a trendsetter. So people look up to you. What do you tell young men and young women your age that touches them so, and that you hope can help inspire them?
What I find so amazing is that, the musicians we listen to, you mentioned Belafonte, James Brown, etc., They played the soundtrack to your life in many cases.
Wow.
You remember where you were at certain moments when you heard this song. So my fan base and I, we share a connection that sometimes I don't even know about. And they love me. Like, they genuinely love me. These people around, they taking pictures and they here for me right now. And that touches me in my heart. So what I tell them is strictly to be honest and true to yourself. And as cliche as that sound, it really breaks down so many different things. If you're true to yourself and you really pray to God and think about what it is you want to do with your life, and think about the example you want to lead. And it's so hard nowadays for youth with the Twitters and the social networks and so much bullying going on and so much pressure to be whomever it is the world wants you to be. Being an individual now is harder than ever. So I encourage individualism. I encourage that my youth be strong. In a time where it's so easy to be weak, it's so easy to be a follower. It's cool to be a follower at this point. Step out and be an individual and chase your dreams and really stick true to who you are, because God only made one of you. If you spend your life trying to be something else, then you're wasting God's time.
Now, one of the things that really strikes me about you is you respect and revere women, and you being at Essence is part of that. And my daughters, Dominique and Ashley, talk about you don't downgrade women in your music, and even how you act, and I was on a plane once, Aisha and I, and saw this lady, and I said, that's Trey Songz's mother. And we started talking. She did. And we talked. You have this bond with your mother that's really a great example, and I think you live that in your music, this respect to women. Definitely. Tell me about that.
Well, I didn't have a lot of men around when I was growing up. My biological father and I don't have a great relationship. I was raised by my mother, my aunties, and my grandmother. And what that really seeded inside of me was a respect for women that's unequivocal to anything. My mother, I basically grew up with her. She had me when she was 17. She risked so much of her opportunities and sacrificed so much of her chances to be all that she wanted to be in life, to be my mother, to give me a great platform to live my life, to give me someone, a positive role model to look up to. And my mama there for me if I need anything. You know, I bring her down here to Essence every year. She's up there with you watching the show the other night.
And last thing she said to me, you coming tomorrow to see my son. I said, you bet.
That's right.
I'm glad to be with you, Trey Songz, a superstar with a conscience. Glad to have you with us. Trey Songz, y'all. It's an amazing atmosphere here on the last day of the Essence Fest. Ahead, how to empower our communities. Stay with us.